Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a great Friday. My name is Evening Bass, and you're listening to 303 BPM. This is the podcast that captures the pulse of Denver's underground electronic music scene. I'm your host, Evening Bass. In each week, we explore the artists, events, industry people, and stories shaping the sound of the Mile High City. Whether you're part of the scene or just curious about what's happening behind the decks, this show brings you closer to the people and music moving the culture forward. Today's guest is a rising force in Denver's bass scene, known for heavy-hitting drops, gritty UKG textures, and one-of-a-kind remixes that he rebuilds completely from scratch. He's a resident DJ at Bass Bingo, holding it down with sets that shake the walls, but behind the decks, he's just as known for being genuine, humble, and deeply tapped into the community. He also gives back through really funny yet insightful videos on Instagram. From late night Ableton sessions to lighting up local shows, this dude is building something powerful. And tonight we're diving into the project. This is Bubonic Project. Let's get into it. All right. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for the intro. I feel so special now.
You are so special. Thank you
So
for coming
cool.
on.
Yes, of course. No, I know. I remember when Brian's came out, and the moment Brian's came out, I was like, yes. And I sat there and I still tease him about it. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, his episode was I think it was a really great first episode for a podcast.
It was really entertaining, and yeah, I still give him crap about a couple of things. It's not crap, but I love bringing up
Like
things
what?
about like I'll be like, yeah, it's because you're from an island, right? And stuff like
You
that.
know more about him, so you use it against
Oh
him.
yeah, and it's so entertaining. It's
So
really funny.
that's awesome. Well, I did want to start off by asking, what's your name?
My name is Jake.
Nice to meet you, Jake.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
AKA Bubonic Project, or is it just Bubonic?
So I went with Bubonic Project for a while because I was like going to be this like emotional and
Like a
pretty
super
and
task kind of
sort of,
vibe,
yeah. And it
or
was going to be like super melodic, and I was going to like put like poetry to it and everything because I used to write poetry.
that's so deep of you.
And then I was like dubstep.
Dubstep,
So
period.
now it's just Bubonic.
Love that. Well, here's what's so great about EDM is that you could do it all
Yeah.
under one name if you really wanted to.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, which is super cool. I know. And I really, everyone says like, yeah, you make dubstep or yeah, you make this. But then I'll pull up a project file and it's literally like experimental bass.
yeah,
And they're just like, what? Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that was when I learning on my production journey. That was something that I didn't realize was a mental restraint that I had put on myself was okay, I love dubstep, I love bass music, experimental bass, that realm is what I want to make. But then I'd find myself having ideas of like a house song or some very pretty melodic futuristic bass idea, and then I'd be like, oh no, like I have to learn how to do bass first. But it's like, no, why am I restricting myself like that? That's the beauty of Ableton and what this is all about.
Exactly. So here's another thing that a lot of people are usually surprised by
Yeah.
is I have been a FL user for like 8.5 years.
Ah.
And I'm no longer ashamed of it because I've met a
Don't.
lot of really talented producers who are also like that. That being said, if you're listening and you're new to producing, do not get FL. Go get Ableton, okay, and work in Ableton. It's
Yep.
better. We all agree. But yeah, I've been in FL forever. I used to make hip hop and sell hip hop beats.
Oh, cool.
So
All right.
yeah,
Okay, well, before we dive into all of these fun topics, oh my gosh, I feel like it's very easy to talk to you in general when I see you like at Base Bingo or whatever. So that's why I have this outline
I'm
to
a
make sure
super
we stay
talkative.
aligned.
Like I will talk and yap and yap and yap.
Yes.
So
I love that. Hey, people who like to listen to podcasts love yappers. So
I'm a yapper.
yes. So where are you originally from?
So I was like I lived in Seattle for a while. I don't remember too much of it, but I was originally in Seattle, and then my dad was in the army, so we moved around a lot, right?
Okay.
But we landed in this small town outside of Colorado Springs called Woodland Park, and It was really cool. I loved it. My experience there was actually pretty wild looking back on it. And then I was there for the longest time. Moved to Colorado Springs for a little bit, moved back, and then moved to Denver. And I've been
Cool.
in Denver for like 4 years.
Cool. So, then that means, so we talked about our ages earlier. You graduated high school around like 2019?
18.
2018?
Yeah.
Okay, I was 2017. So
Okay.
we're,
Yeah.
yeah,
Same age.
same difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't it interesting when you grow up in such a unique place, like objectively unique, that, you grow up and you're like, yes, I know I live in such a dope spot, but
Right.
like, this is my day to day.
Yes.
And then you move away for a little while and you come back and you're like, yo,
Yeah. Yeah.
what was I thinking?
No, I know. Well, and that's the thing. So it was like I was in Woodland Park, and then I moved away because I attended UCCS, the
Cool.
university in the Springs, and it turns out I hate college. It doesn't work for me at all. I dropped out really fast, and so I moved back up to Woodland Park where my parents were. But yeah, it was like so you get to see the mountains from Colorado Springs, and it's like remarkable. It looks like Jurassic Park all the time. It's crazy.
Mhm.
But when you're like driving up, I had to drive through a canyon back and forth every day. And at the time, I'm like, ugh, I have this 40-minute drive. It's so annoying and
Remote
so dumb,
living.
right? But then I kind of like, yeah, I got used to like seeing the pretty drive. And so now I sit here and every time I were to go back to Woodland Park, I'm always like, whoa, this is crazy cool.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Stoked for the drive now.
yeah, a
Like,
little bit,
I
yeah.
look forward to it.
No one's
Yeah.
there anymore, unfortunately. So I don't really. I mean, I don't know anyone from high school to be honest. Like I know like
Same.
3 people.
My
So
high school is really small, and most people moved away from my hometown. So
same.
yeah.
Yeah, I think our graduating class was like 85.
Okay. So
So yeah.
mine was 25. So
Oh, okay.
you're
You win.
no, but you're the closest that I've met up
Really?
to this point.
Oh my gosh, 25 is pretty wild
Yeah.
because you were in Hawaii, right?
Yeah. It was very, very small. My elementary and middle school, I went to a different like school district. So
Okay.
that class size was more like 85, 60 to 85 ish. So like
Okay.
I know what that class size feels like. And I was like, it's fine. Like,
Yeah.
but the dating pool's small. The friend pool's small.
So talk about dating drama. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my God. High school. High school was bad. The thing about Colorado Springs and like UCCS is it's a big school in a really small area.
yeah.
So you see the same people every day. And it was like obviously the same with my high school, right? So yeah, dating drama was like that was part of the whole
Yeah.
attendance. That was
Yeah.
part of life, You heard
Like,
about Becky and John like the
yes,
other day.
of
So
course. Exactly. And there's always the one couple that was together the entire
the
time.
entire time.
Yep.
Yep.
Don't know. I don't know if they're still together. Who knows if they are, but where are they now? All the people from high school.
Yeah, no, my high school sweethearts are still together.
Wow.
I know them like personally. So
So that's so cool.
it's
Actually,
adorable. It's
yeah.
so cute. Yeah.
The couple in my class, I don't think so, but the couple 2 or 3 classes below me still are. And I'm like friends with them on
Oh,
Facebook
yeah.
for whatever
And you see
reason. So
it.
I see,
Yeah.
yeah.
I always find that stuff the most adorable. Like, okay, people are always like, I'm such like a little romantic sometimes because I
Mhm.
love that kind of stuff. And like, I saw this girl named Anna, and I used to like hang out with her all the time in middle school. She got married like a couple weeks ago, and I like DM'd her, and I was like, "This is the cutest fucking thing on the planet! Like,
Aw.
this is amazing." And they look adorable and everything.
Yeah.
And so I just like get geeked about that. My buddy Jackson, who's like one of the most incredible people I've like ever had a chance to be around.
Mhm.
He has like a kiddo, and every time I see a picture of him, I'm like, "Oh
Whoa.
my God, he has like a child with like
Yeah.
hair."
Oh.
And like they look the same, and it's the
Yeah.
craziest. And I
I'm
just
sure you like see features in their kid and you're like,
Mhm.
whoa,
It's
you look like your
creepy.
dad.
It's a
And
little
then you say
creepy.
that and you're like, whoa, I'm turning into my parents' friends.
Yeah, it's a little crazy to see
Yeah.
it because I'm like, that's literally a little Jackson.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Shout out little Jackson.
I know. They're incredible. I haven't seen him in a long time, but I'll hop on
That's
Discord and
cool.
I'll like see him in Discord every
That's
once in a while.
super cool. So, yeah, it's I mean, growing up in a remote spot, I think that's more common, people moving away. I think it's more common that people move away than stay
Yeah.
than you would think, and going to a small school that ultimately more people are going to leave.
Yeah.
And yeah, so like my family is one of the only families still living back there. If I'm thinking only in my class that I graduated with and like the people I was friends with,
Oh, really?
yeah, a lot of people moved away. And just like from childhood too, a lot of people moved away. It's yeah.
See, I don't really know anymore. I haven't been in touch with so many people in so long. I got to Denver and it was
Mhm.
almost like a clean plate kind of scenario. I needed it to be like
Yeah.
so, and it was like a reset.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. So, how long were you at UCCS for?
I think I made it a year and a half.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a pretty decent
It's
amount of
like yeah,
time.
3 semesters.
How long did it take you to be like, fuck
A
this?
semester. Yeah. I don't know how I lasted the other year. I mean, I was like really lucky. So like my dad was in the military, right? So I
Probably
got
got a
like
lot
the
of
college
benefits.
stuff, the
Yeah.
college fund, and I actually made money off of college.
I I met a couple kids.
Hmm.
I went to University of Denver,
Oh, okay.
so
Yeah, way bigger school.
yeah.
Is it?
It's I don't know. It's like 5,000 undergrad.
Oh no, it's like the same size then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still small. Like I
Yeah.
wanted to go to Boulder and I keep telling myself I didn't get in. So I couldn't
To
have even
Boulder.
gone. Yeah. But which is weird because like I got into DU, but I don't know.
Boulder. I mean,
I
I
don't
I
know.
got like 1,000 flat on the SAT, which was like 70 below the national average. So I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I also didn't want to go to college in the first place.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you're like, we'll see how this goes."
yeah, so I went and I thought it was like gonna be cool because I was going for like it was like a bachelor's and it didn't make any sense. It was a bachelor's in like information systems, which makes sense. And then
Mhm.
I was gonna do an undergrad in like music production and sound design
Ah,
and like sound
so
engineering.
there were signs.
Yes. Well, so at that time I was making hip hop. I mean, I could tell you like how I started, like literally the reason.
We'll shortly
Okay.
get into that,
Okay,
but
okay.
let's just go through UCCS to Denver real quick.
Okay, so UCCS was like it was more fun than anything. Like I got like my first DJ board and I would go around to house parties all the time and throw shows in like the
Cool.
basement of house parties. We would have like this size room with
Mhm.
like 200 people
Oh my
and then a
ugh,
deck set up and just like
hot.
smoke and nasty. Yeah. and just like beer cans on the floor,
Yeah.
but it was lit and it
Yeah.
was super cool. And I kind of like that was almost the start of how I figured out how to throw a fun event and how to organize a fun event and make sure it goes well and shit because like I had to deal with a bunch of college and unfortunately high school students
Mhm.
who were pissed drunk
Yeah.
in this basement.
Giant babies.
Yeah. And I'm like DJing to them all.
You were vibe conducting and running the event at the same
Yes. It
time?
was chaos. I hated it, but I loved it at the
Okay.
same time.
You
So it was like
okay.
and so, it translated, right?
That's
And
awesome.
that was yeah, it was crazy.
That's a
Uh,
great skill. You're like, "I'm gonna harness this
yeah, exactly.
for my future."
And so I was like, "Okay, cool." But at that time, I didn't really know what I wanted to make or what I wanted to do, and I wasn't like music was just a fun hobby.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I'm gonna do this. And then it was like a really bad breakup, and a week prior, like my childhood dog died, and I was like, I'm done. I'm going to Denver.
Yeah.
So I packed up my stuff. I quit my job at this like IT company I was working at. I got another job, which turned out to be the coolest job of my life. And then
Were you like 19, 20?
19.
Damn,
Yeah,
boy.
it was 19.
Go off,
Thank you.
King. I'm proud of you for that. Hell yeah. Little foot
little
five.
little foot five. So yeah, I did that, and then I moved to Denver, got this really cool job, and I worked it until like the job fell out. And then I was like in this long relationship. It didn't work out. And like kind of everything summited after a while of like chaos and me being lost. I found another job that I could kind of sustain. It wasn't miserable. And like I just sat down and I was like, you know what always made me happy was music. Let's figure this shit out. And so like a year ago, I was like, let's actually do this. Let's do this. And so a year ago, I had 400 something followers. I had like 50 followers on SoundCloud, and I was like, we're gonna figure it out. And I just went to everything, like literally everything. If there was a house show, I was there. D&B show, I was there.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. I was there, and I just talked to everyone.
Yes, you fully committed to
Yeah.
networking.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a theory, and this is just from like my own personal experience unraveling that this probably isn't even a theory. It's like math, honestly, but and statistics. But when you're trying to dive into an industry that you know nothing about, like, yes, the average advice is reach out to people through LinkedIn, go to networking events. But if you're a semi averagely intelligent person, you want to at least know what you're talking about when you go to talk to these people, right? And so it can be really, really intimidating. And yeah, no, it's very frustrating. So when you are like, I'm going to go do something that I enjoy, and there happen to be other people there that are really important, some of them, I mean, not that I don't want to rank people
Oh,
based on what they can give you, but you know what I'm
yes.
saying? Like you're
Yes.
in the same environment
So
as these people, so it's opening up just the doorway, the pathway to just even talking to
yes, I
them.
also have a really cool story that I totally glazed over.
Yeah.
And it's definitely music, right? So I was in the Springs, and one time I was with this guy, and he was like, "I want to throw a show," and I'm like,
Mhm.
"Okay, I'll do production management. I'll find you equipment. I'll book you people. Right?
Mhm.
We're gonna do this, right?" I found a smoke shop off of Fountain in Colorado Springs. We moved to glass containers, and it was called a Hot Box Smoke Shop.
Hot box,
Yes,
nice.
and a hot box smoke shop. And there was a couple people in the Springs who I was like, it would be really cool to see them and like see them play. And one of those guys was this guy named KVRL. And I didn't really know who he was. I didn't really know what he played,
That
but
sounds like a radio station.
yeah, right. And
Yep.
so, but I knew he like was really good. And so I booked him. He played some of the best heavy bass I've heard in my life.
Oh, like
Right.
original or
Yes.
just like a
Fully,
DJ?
fully his sound design. Everything from the
Wow.
ground up. He built the kicks, he built the drums, like he did everything, right?
Wow.
And I was just like blown away by this guy. And fast forward,
Mhm.
I, hung out with him periodically. I would go to every one of his shows. He like bought a Moog at one point. Do you know what that is?
A
Like the
Moog.
synthesizer, the Moog. And
Moogs are like
it was,
I know what they are. I've used them,
yeah.
but if it's not plugged in and exactly ready for me to play at that moment,
Yes.
do not ask me. I will probably break it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah,
That's
but
really cool of
I
him
would
though.
hang out all the time with him, right? And we
Yeah.
would do this. Well, fast forward, that's Noetica.
Oh, I was waiting for you to
He
unveil.
rebranded into
Yes.
Noetica. So I've
That's
known
sick.
Kyle for since we went to school together at UCCS.
That's so
Um
cool.
and so that's why like this like heavy bass artist knows this like deep dub guy. And
Yes.
like we're not like insanely close, but like I text him, he texts me, like I he's a cool guy,
Yeah, you got
down
like
to
a
earth.
mutual
Right. Like
like friendship
we're trying, I'm not
understanding.
supposed to say stuff, but we're trying to figure out some stuff upcoming for him and
Yeah,
all this stuff.
that's super
And
cool.
yeah,
Well,
it's
this
just
is
like
a
this
303 BPM exclusive, so
crazy, it's like this exactly. So it's
yes.
like but it's like this crazy chain of events, and so like I met him.
Exactly. It's a
Yes,
domino effect because
exactly.
when you meet one person at one place and then you go to another event, you meet another person and you go to another event, and somehow you meet someone you'd known prior who is with someone you'd met at another event, and you're like, wait, because this happened to me. I'm like, wait, I know both of you.
Yeah.
You're friends already? Like, whoa.
So the moment Kyle realized that it was like, oh, Jake's like in the scene and not just
Yeah.
like Jake, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is we threw that rooftop event.
Nice.
And I remember I had him come, and later into the night, like Avery pulled up, Tree God, we had Slang Dogs pull up, and all those guys. And it was like, well, I've already met these guys. They're really
Fire.
cool guys. Like I met them at
Fire.
various other places,
Yeah.
and so he was like, oh, like, oh, so you're not just like Jake, and I'm like, yeah. And so ever since it's been like, oh, cool, let's like help each other and like keep posted and everything like that. And yeah, I have like literally nothing bad. Also, Amanda, his girlfriend, is a saint.
Mm-hmm.
They're the
Aw.
cutest couple on the planet.
Shout out Kyle and
Yeah,
Amanda.
they're adorable. Another amazing Remy and his girlfriend Angelina. Remy is an
God, I'm
incredible
so bad
producer.
with
Angelina is
names.
also an amazing human.
Remy, Angelina,
Those are my two favorite couples on the planet. Seriously,
Slay.
they're like marketable and everything.
Oh.
Anyways, I adore them.
He
But
puts his capitalism hat on real quick. They're great
they're
for branding.
very marketable. But yeah, it was like I was like, oh, I just glazed over this, and that's like how that's because everyone doesn't really know how we
Mhm.
met. That's how we
Yeah.
met.
Okay, cool.
Is I booked him for Hotbox Vape
Mhm.
Shop in like 2017 or whatever.
Wow. Wow.
So
And technically friends from high school because you were in high school.
I guess 18. I was 18. Oh, that's right, because there was the vape ban, and it went from 18 to 21.
That
Remember that
was
shit?
diabolical.
Yes,
The
it was
year was
heinous.
2020 or
Mhm.
2019, 2020?
It was.
I think
It was 2019.
at the end of 2019
Mhm.
because I went abroad for a semester as I was in college
Where'd you go?
to Prague.
Oh,
It was so fun.
that's really cool.
I went abroad. I was one
Uh-huh.
of those bitches. Where it's like,
That's- I
I just
mean-
got back from Europe.
That's crazy. I did go to Europe too, not for school,
Yeah,
but that is really cool. Prague is crazy.
thank you. It was
Yeah.
really cool. Oh my gosh, I would love to go back. It's been so long. But anywho,
Yeah, sorry.
we had gone abroad, and my friends and I were all little jewel fiends.
Mhm. Mhm.
And we come back, and a bunch of us had turned 21, but the people who didn't had like a couple months left. So we all came back like January of 2020.
Yes.
And like half of the group could no longer buy like jewel pods.
And then all of a sudden you had jewel dealers and shit.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember the jewel dealers, and I was always like, could I buy like a jewel pod from
Yeah,
you?
yeah. My friend would go back because she's from Conifer. She would go back and sell jewel pods to like
Yeah.
high schoolers.
Exactly. I know. One of my friends made really good money doing it too.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, thanks, government, I guess.
That's
But,
so sad.
you know what was the horrible part about it is they
Mhm.
gave it to us at like 16. And
Yeah.
then they made it 18.
Mhm.
And then not even like, what, 7 months after
When
18.
was 16? What was that?
They allowed it at 16, I'm pretty sure. So like I remember having my driver's license, I could buy a jewel pod.
What?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, I didn't grow up here, so I guess
Maybe I'm tripping.
different laws.
I could be tripping.
I mean, maybe.
But they did yoink
I
it
would
from us
believe it.
twice.
Yeah,
And I was really
you
upset.
got yoinked. That sucks.
Yeah.
Hey, that'll teach the young generation to not trust the government. Okay.
True.
So
Very true.
you have 2 strikes, government.
Yeah. I mean, they're on like strike 9.
Honestly, like 100.
Yeah, 100. So.
That's so funny. Well, okay, not to keep backtracking, but let's go and touch on music a little bit. So,
Yes.
what was your first memory of music? Just whether it's a song, an experience, a person.
So the way I started producing is I was in high school, and I was in a high school relationship.
Well, I mean music just in general.
No, I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so stupid.
All
To
right.
how I started. So I was in high school, I was in a relationship, and I was sitting there, and she just broke up with me, and that week Juice WRLD came out with his album. And I was like, I'm gonna be Juice. And so I downloaded FL, free version, and I started producing hip hop beats, thinking I was gonna be Juice WRLD. And then fast forward, and now I play dubstep shows.
Hell yeah.
That's how I started, though.
Take that.
Sat down in a basement one day.
Ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, I know. She's pretty cool. But
It just didn't work out. We were 16.
no, yeah. I mean, literally. I don't think. Yeah, it was literally. I don't even remember it. I hardly even
Honestly.
remember it.
So growing up, were your parents like into rap and hip hop, or
Oh,
like
no,
like the
so
origins of your music journey?
I am a spontaneous creation.
Ah,
Like none of my family
got it.
are like creatively inclined. My dad can draw really, really well. He can draw really, really well, but he doesn't.
So you think you spawned and your parents found you one day, like that kind of
So,
spontaneous creation?
I mean, in
or-
terms of my parents and my sister tell me all the time. They're like, we don't know where you like came from. Like they know where I came from. Obviously, you know, my mom
right?
knows where I came
No,
from.
like scientifically,
But they're like
you are related.
They're like,
but...
you're not like any of us. Like
Aw.
you're very bizarre.
You know, I feel like a lot of people I've interviewed, to say the least, and a lot of people I've just met in this scene all have a similar black sheep kind of vibe,
Yes.
which I can relate. Like,
Yeah.
not in whatever way that means to your family, your friends, your external world, whatever.
Right.
But like some people, like I internalized it in like a weird shame, negative way. But then some people are like, they hone in on it. They're like, I am different and I'm proud of it. And like, you give me the vibe that that was like the route you kind of took.
Yeah. Well, I was just really seclusive. I never left my parents' basement. Like I literally played
Gotcha.
video games for 10 hours a day. And like I
Gotcha.
got home from school and played video games. And like I was on a competitive video game team with my friends in high school.
Did you ever make it to any like big
Yeah, we played big
competitions?
comps. We were sponsored. We played
By
for our high school,
who?
and we were number one in North America.
Who were you sponsored by?
Razer, the brand, the keyboard and mouse brand. And then
Whoa.
we went to college, and we were number 3 in North America for UCCS. We were really good. We were top 5%
Whoa.
of that video game.
Fucking
Yeah,
nerd.
yeah.
What game were you Was it one game or multiple, or I don't
No,
even
it
know
was
how it
one game. It
works?
was called CS:GO, Counter Strike.
CS:GO.
Yeah.
Why
There's a
does that
bunch of dudes who are
sound
immediately going to be like, "Oh, no way." They're going to be like, "What team? What team?"
What
And
team?
the team guys that we like skirmished a lot and like we were possibly going to
Are you
sign to was
kidding me?
Complexity. We were possibly going to sign to a team called Complexity.
Was that big?
At the time, they were pretty big.
Okay.
Yeah, they weren't
Cool.
like we weren't going to be all stars, but we were going to be like their like tier below league.
That okay, what I don't understand about competitive video gaming is it the same business model of other sports where does it depend on viewership and ads, or like cuz you're
So
not like some people are live watching you
yeah,
play.
because the difference is that if you're so from the player perspective, I can um so first of all, I'm not like wearing on anything, right? I don't have to go out to a practice. I don't have to spend money on equipment. Like I'll buy a mouse or a headset every once in a while, right?
Yeah.
The game itself is making money off of at this point. At the time it was free, but at this point it's making off of purchases of the game. There's skins in the game for like
Mhm.
guns and stuff.
Yeah.
So and then like crates, like loot boxes that you can unlock.
Yeah.
But all of that culminated outside of the competitions, viewership, ads. They're already, I mean, at this point, I would assume Counter Strike. Counter Strike's owned by Valve. Valve is Steam, which is like the PC center of video games. And
Right.
I mean, I think they're $1 billion company. So by proxy, Counter Strike is like a really, really, really like it's net. It's the number one played game in the world still, and it has been for the last like
I'm ignorant when it comes to video
you're
games,
good.
so
I don't play them much anymore,
yeah.
but I used to a lot.
Oh my, okay, while an exact net worth isn't publicly available, it's estimated to be worth around 8 to 10 billion dollars.
So here's the thing. Let's say you're an all-star player in
Whoa.
like top 5 teams. Your
Mhm.
salary like 150K, and
So
then you stream
you're
every day and you make another 150, 200, 300K. So the people who are playing those games competitively are raking in millions of dollars a year. So that means the orgs are raking in tens of millions of dollars a year. So when you look at it, it is comparable to most major league sports. Also, the last major competition that happened in Counter Strike had more viewers than the Super Bowl,
no
and
way.
that's a pretty consistent metric at this point.
When was that?
That was so. I remember 2018, it blew it out of the water. It was like double or triple the viewership. But ever since then, it's like, if I'm not mistaken, it's a pretty consistent metric where this video game is like
Mm.
more views than the Super Bowl.
PGL Stockholm Major in 2021 had 2.7 million viewers.
Concurrent,
Yeah.
which is a crazy part.
Like at the same time.
Mhm.
So, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you collect your viewership over the course of time, it's probably in the hundreds of million. It's kind of
Damn.
ridiculous. Like this video game has sometimes more money in ad revenue than Super Bowl.
I, I feel like, okay, maybe this is just because this is American culture, but if you're not into football even if you're not into football, you're not in a football family, you have no affiliation to it, you still in the zeitgeist learn different things about it, right? Viewership, the ad revenue, like you learn about it in society. But this feels like such a unkept secret in society because so many people know about it who game. But if
Mhm.
you don't know,
You don't know.
you don't know.
Exactly. It's very similar to EDM events.
Honestly, yeah.
Like a lot of people don't know how much like Larimer, for example, makes in a bingo
Yeah.
night, right?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I want to know, but I'll ask you later.
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
I get all the tea. That is so
But
funny. But wow, yeah.
yeah, and it's not like it's not really a secret. It's more just like the amount of leverage that Larimer has in Denver right now is insane.
Totally.
And I mean, the fact that we can throw a casual Thursday event and technically hit capacity every time, even though I mean, like we can fit more people. You saw the Adventure Club pop up.
Oh, I did.
Talk about capacity.
Dude, I wanted to go, but I knew it was going to be insane.
That's exactly why I didn't go.
I just couldn't get myself, bring myself to do it.
Because I saw Justin.
Brian, this is an official call out, okay? And Scott, right?
He owns like
owns it.
50%.
Brian and Scott, I'm calling you out. You need to make this a ticketed event. I don't care if I get flamed for saying that.
So here's the deal. We're kind of getting to a point recently where we had a visitation, and the visitation is going to change a lot of things. It basically opened the eyes to AEG.
Wait, a visit? Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was a visitation from AEG or the police. Like,
yeah, no. I'm pretty sure Larimer has like an unspoken deal with the cops.
Okay.
Because we're definitely over city ordinance, like consistently. Definitely. Yes. I mean, Woolley hit.
Well, we'll see. Yeah.
Woolley hit like 110 dB.
What is the... Oh, I was thinking just in terms of capacity, but no, you're saying volume too.
Loudness, and the fire department just doesn't combine. So we
avoid Larimer at all costs.
We enjoy that.
That's so funny. Okay, well, hey, I love to hear that Base Bingo is maintaining consistency.
Yes.
Enough to potentially get picked up by AEG officially.
Yeah, so I mean we have way more light. So for example, the reason why there's a stage all of a sudden, the reason why there's now way more benches, sitting areas in Larimer, they're basically accustoming the tree house to Base Bingo. And getting it more prepared for Base Bingo. So like we walked in last week and we were like, holy shit, there's a stage and there's like 10 more benches. And
I hope that like y'all have been taking pictures and videos while this has been developed. Like people, not just you.
There are.
But like there's been like there's keeping track of it.
There's a video of Aces and Cybot who are sitting at the bar in the lounge side with 2 CDJs, and that was Base Bingo. The lounge side bar, like on the bar.
Yeah, no, I see it. I know exactly what you're
It's crazy
about.
And they just threw
and all of that was
Bingo
inside
there.
too. Yeah. It wasn't even
it was like 30 people.
Yeah,
I mean 30 people would show up.
It's so crazy how fast it's grown.
So
okay, we've gone on such a crazy tangent.
Okay, I know.
We'll get back to Base Bingo for sure.
Okay, it's okay.
I did want to know, you seem very like immersed in production and music, and I know you're doing a lot of marketing and editing and all that. Do you do anything else in your free time?
Yeah.
What do you do?
It's ridiculous. I have 1,000 hobbies. So
are you a Sagittarius?
No.
What are you?
Aries.
Oh, nice.
Thanks.
Hell yeah. What are your hobbies?
I have a shrimp tank.
Dude,
with Terry, Egbert, and Bertha.
My favorite.
Yeah, Terry's the goat, first of all. Well, Edgar's the goat in my opinion. Terry's cool and all.
Was Terry the one that lived? Because the other one died.
I got 6. Okay. I got 6. Okay. 3 of them totally died. Okay. But Terry, Egbert, and Bertha are striving. They have everything they need. They have their whiskers. The tank is clear. Bacteria. Yes. I see the nitro. I could but that's one of them. I also have a ridiculous amount of plants.
You're gonna have to teach me how to care for plants because I always kill them and I feel so bad.
got
I
you.
want to have greenery in my house.
Bailey came and saved me the other day. Bailey,
her.
I know. Bailey's amazing.
She is.
She's
Shout
one of
out
my best
Bailey.
friends. I know.
She has to come on the pod.
Yes.
I need a photographer on ASAP.
Before she goes to Italy.
When is she?
September.
I'll catch her.
Yeah. But Bailey came over. My aloe plant, I'm not even joking, half the stable.
Whoa.
Yes. And it got a little too big. It was in its original pot. No, I have an apartment.
So
It's a pretty big apartment.
Whole apartment is filled with plants.
No, I have a corner.
Got a plant corner.
And then I have like a plant in my bedroom.
Nice.
So it's a good vibe.
Cool.
I can't complain. Like I have a pretty good, nice place. I've been there for like since I got to Denver.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Like I know the maintenance guy. I know everyone. I know the owner of the complex, and it's like nice because I can just talk to them, and they're like, "Whoa, yeah, anything, whatever." They like upgraded all my appliances. I got like new stuff. I feel so bougie.
Wait, where do you live? Shout out.
Right.
Actually, no. Let's gatekeep the fuck out of that place.
Yes, I don't want people to come to my apartment.
I'm just kidding.
But
well, we aren't gonna dox you here.
It's really close to Fiddler's Green.
Oh my god, you live so far away from me.
Yeah.
God damn, I'm so sorry that you had to deal with all that traffic.
I have a fast car.
You do have a fast car.
It's okay.
Nice. So
that's one of my hobbies.
Okay.
So I have a car. I've tuned it. I did way more and then I stripped it all because I don't need that kind of power. I used to rebuild cars with my dad, like from the scratch. So we like our first one was a 49 F100. Then we did a 69 F150. We did a 69 Camaro. We did a I think it was a 59 F100 Highboy. And then he moved. So my parents moved to Missouri, which I'm literally flying there Friday. So I'm like base bingo and then flying to Missouri.
Yeah, which so excited for you for base bingo. By the way, congrats.
Yeah,
that's super cool.
Yeah, bingo's gonna be sweet.
Yeah.
I know Chosen co-host is gonna be a blast. I already text Chase and I was like, I need you to be horrendous, and he was like, I'm here for it. So
love that.
And then he has his headline.
Yay!
But yeah, so
that's super fun.
I can't wait. And I'm so excited for him because he 100% deserves this. He's such a good producer.
Oh yeah,
and an incredible human.
Definitely.
Like, I love Chase.
Yeah. Nice. Well, wait, why they moved to Missouri?
Yes.
Why?
They're on the Lake of the Ozarks.
Oh, I get it now.
Kind of lit.
I get it.
It's kind of lit.
They upgraded a little bit.
Oh well, they were able to sell their house for like $750,000 because they bought it at like 200 something because that's how much the town grew.
Yeah.
And they were able to go buy like a really nice home for half the price in Missouri because it's not Colorado.
I thought living on Lake of the Ozarks was like the only expensive place to live in Missouri.
If you're like tier 1, so there's tiers.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so there's a tier system there.
Whoa.
Yeah, so if you're tier 1, that means you're touching the water.
So you can walk out onto it. Yeah.
And then tier 2 is like right above it.
Okay.
And so they're tier 2.
Walk a little farther.
Yeah, basically.
Or drive.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So they're tier 2.
Yeah, which makes the housing prices drop from, your ridiculous multi-million-dollar homes to like it's not modest, but it's like $400,000. Which
wow, I had no idea about that.
It's not bad.
I didn't know that at all. I thought that was the only.
It is
like kept place in Missouri.
There's a lot of very rich people there. Like I'm pretty sure the entire tier 1 in front of my parents are all like related to the cartel or something. They have to. They're never there, and they have like Mercedes just sitting in the driveway. But
to be that wealthy.
I know.
Like you don't even have to think about it. Your brain is off your whole life, basically.
I've dealt with these people most of my life too, like
same.
In terms of like work.
Yeah, same.
So, because like I've been IT, but like I was always like executive support, or I was like management.
So you were kind of the face they would send to handle the people who can't work, whatever.
Yeah. Like if the CEO is having trouble, he calls me. Which
that's
now,
kind of a flex, though.
Well, now I know how to handle it. Well, here's the real flex. So if you're car people and you're listening and you're a car person, my last job, I worked at Hoonigan. I was
Oh my god, no, I know Hoonigan because
do you?
This guy, I had like the biggest crush on him in high school.
Oh,
he was
a
really
like
big
the Hoonigan,
Hoonigan,
car.
and he was always watching the videos. He was
Yeah.
watching like Red Bull videos, like that kind of shit.
Yep.
So, and then like I would watch them sometimes. I mean, hello, 25 people. So we were all in the same classes all the
Yes.
time.
Yeah. So everyone had the same
And
hobbies, more or
yeah,
less.
and
Yeah.
obviously I wasn't like a weirdo. Well, more or less, I hope not. We're still homies.
I was a
you know,
weirdo.
Just
It's okay.
we were all little weirdos at
Yeah.
that school. But anyway, I would watch them sometimes, and they're honestly so cool. Like
Yes.
they're really inspiring in like an unexpected way.
They're really, really cool. And I had a chance to get like direct insight into literally Ken Block. So I was the engineering liaison. So half of Hoonigan, most people don't know this, but Hoonigan was bought by a company called Wheel Pros. And Wheel Pros builds and sells wheels. They own every one of the major wheel manufacturers. So if you see a nice car and it's got wheels on it, it came from Wheel Pros. I was in charge of the engineers. So if any of the engineers needed a computer, they needed software, they talked to me. And I was also executive. So by proxy, when we bought Hoonigan, I was Ken Block's IT guy.
How old were you when all of this was happening?
So it started when I was like 20, maybe 21.
And that was was that your first corporate?
No.
That wasn't your first experience.
No, because before that, so I worked at a MSP, which is like a company that services other companies.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then prior to that, I worked at the IT department at UCCS, and UCCS was super corporate.
Okay.
It was like more corporate than most
So
corporations.
you got like that opportunity through working there, or?
So I went to UC. No, I just applied. And was like,
wow.
hey, I'm dope, hire me. And they were like, dang, you do
Nice.
know your stuff. So, because I didn't have like a life. Like so
Oh, right.
when everyone in college was like partying, when I
You
dropped
were-
out, I was the only thing I did was IT and like go home, sleep.
What
go
does
to work.
that mean? Only thing I did was IT. Like you worked along shifts.
Yeah, I
and
worked a
just-
lot, and then I'd go
Okay.
home, sleep, play like some games, and then repeat.
Got it.
Yeah.
So, what do you mean I did IT? Like, does that? I know IT is like
Yeah.
a huge umbrella term.
So I did like everything you can think of IT. If there was like something wrong with your internet, there was something wrong with your computer, like even to your printer, you needed someone to run a cable through your ceiling.
Oh.
Like everything. I would do everything. And
oh my god, could you build a stage like
Oh yeah.
for lights and
I could help wire it. I would know like cabling, but it's definitely different like structures. Like
Yeah.
sound is a whole different
Yeah,
thing.
when I was asking that, I was like, nah, that's not super
Yeah.
applicable, but at least when it comes to like actual like wiring and like the hard
Yeah.
work of it, that's cool. You're
Yeah.
not just like helping people reset their passwords.
No, so that was like the coolest job in IT was Hoonigan, but the coolest thing I did is I was cybersecurity for Department of Defense. I was servicing the company that had
Oh
the
my God,
ICBM and
dang.
ParksNet control over the Pacific Ocean.
Wait.
So
what?
I was the guy, I had a top secret clearance. I was the guy who ensured the IT operations at a government contractor who ran nuclear and radar systems watching China and Russia could use their computers. So I know stuff like about that stuff that
So
like I can't
could
talk
you
about.
tell like how competent the people were?
Yeah.
Would you say on average how high was the level of competency of people doing this kind of job?
For you to work there, you had to show levels of intelligence and proficiency in terms of logic that were probably the top 5% of the population.
So your job was relatively easy, quote unquote.
My job was, yeah. Because these guys, I mean, they didn't break anything.
Yeah.
They're really smart, you know.
Yeah.
And they'd call me like after Googling things.
Babysitting a bunch of nerds on their computers.
Yeah, literally. And half the time I couldn't even do anything. So, you know, sometimes I'd walk into the office and they're like, oh, we have a level whatever conference. And that basically means I need to go sit in a room and I can't do anything until they're done. Because they're talking about like really important shit.
Whoa.
So I did that for a bit. And then I went to Hoonigan.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. So how'd you get to the Department of Defense? Okay, you keep throwing in all these curveballs.
Yeah, so it's crazy. I
need
know.
to just make a timeline.
Yeah, so I was telling one of my buddies about this, and he was like, "What are you gonna say?" Because like they're like, "You're your like history is like multiple Game of Thrones books.
Literally.
And I'm like, I don't know, dude. I just start yapping.
Okay, like let's just do one.
Okay,
let's
so
name an event and we'll just go one to the next. So you
Okay,
graduated
alright.
high school, you went to college for a
Yeah,
little bit,
yeah.
you stopped doing that, you were working in IT there.
Mhm.
What next?
So after I worked IT at UCCS, I dropped out because I was like, this is not what I want to
Right.
do. I went and got like an IT job
Okay.
at that like multi-service company.
Yes.
I was then assigned to the Department of Defense company.
Got it.
And then by proxy, it kind of developed into more of like a permanent role.
Cool.
And then from there, all that stuff with my life, and I didn't want to
Yeah.
be there anymore. And
You made the changes, moved
quit
to
my
Denver.
job, moved to Denver, got a job, and
Was that the Hoonigan?
it was Wheel Pros, and
Oh,
Wheel
yeah.
Pros bought Hoonigan, so it was
Cool.
like I just say Hoonigan because it's
Okay,
cool.
yeah. It is definitely cool.
I have like a bunch of merch
You're like, I
and
was
stuff.
at the DoD, and then I was at Hoonigan for
Yeah.
a little while, and I'm
Yeah.
25.
Yeah. And at the
so
same time,
cool.
I was like casually making hip hop beats and like
Yeah.
future beats, and I was also a video editor. So like people would send me their like music videos, or people would send me their like, I want to post this, and I would do post processing to it. I also know Blender.
I've always had an interest in Blender.
It's the coolest software.
It seems really cool.
It's really easy.
Yeah.
It's intimidating. It's super easy.
Would you say it's like pretty intuitive, or is it more just like an easy interface to pick up once you start to learn like the basic concepts?
It's very similar to Adobe and
Okay.
like DAWs.
Okay.
So once you kind of like, okay, this is where this is, this is where this is, this is where this is, you can get through it really fast.
Mhm.
It's kind of like music, right?
Right.
Anyone can make a hip hop beat, but go and make a Subtronic song.
But even the thought of that,
See?
I'm like, oh god.
Right. So it's the same thing as like
just throw 1,000 layers of samples
Yeah.
and just like automate everything.
That's literally it. You got it. That's literally what he does.
No shade at all. He
No.
just does it so well.
Yeah. No, it's
He
hot.
does
It's
so
so
well.
hot.
It is hot.
And but yeah, so
you were at Hoonigan for a little
so
while.
I did Hoonigan for a little
You were
bit.
making beats.
And I was making beats, but nothing. I wasn't like, music is nothing. It was a hobby.
Yeah.
It didn't mean anything. I was just like a big corporate guy.
Were you attending shows, or were you
Not
still
really.
living that kind of, for lack of a better term, like basement lifestyle, where you're just like sticking to yourself, doing your
Yeah.
day-to-day thing?
I was super basement lifestyle. I was in like a 2-year relationship.
Right.
And then we broke up, and it was kind of like a moment of, okay, we got to switch things up. I became a person that I'm very regrettable about. Horrible human.
Been there.
For a solid like 4 months. I
Been
was just
there.
horrible.
You start to feel it starts to literally pick
And you
away
feel
at your
gross.
soul.
Yeah.
Like at your inside, like you feel
I know.
like not you, and like your skin starts to
Thank
feel
you.
weird.
Thank you.
Like
Yeah,
I
everything
see
feels
you.
it
I
feels
see
so
you.
gross. Like
And
it feels gross.
That says, not to say that doesn't say anything about the other person, but that just tells you how wrong the situation is for yourself when you have such a like visceral body reaction.
Yeah.
So I see
So
you.
I did
Yeah.
that for like 4 months, where I was just
I've been
horrid,
there.
and I
It's
was
tough.
like Loki, a PG word for sleeping with everyone, and made horrible decisions, right? But it was like big. I was kind of like a corporate asshole, for lack
so
of better
giving
terms.
like finance bro
Yeah,
kind of
I was very
vibes.
finance bro, but
Okay.
I was like very proud of who I was and all that stuff. And so it
Right.
led me down a path for like 4 months of, I experienced what it was like to basically be a dude who drives around a nice sports car, has a really good job, can wear whatever he wants, take out girls to wherever they want. and
Tried
stuff,
out that
right?
lifestyle.
Horrible. Soulless activities,
Yeah.
drains who you are, destroys your personality,
Yeah.
takes away everything from you. Genuinely, you could be healthy as shit,
Yeah.
going to the gym, working out, eating appropriately. You're still gonna just feel disgusting.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't. And so I started producing, and I was like,
Mhm.
okay, this is my thing. I met this other girl, probably 3 or 4 months in, and it was like this incredible, magical Disney tale, right? For a
Gotcha.
month.
Yeah.
She destroyed me.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Been there too, brother.
yes, destroyed me. And so, and then after that, I was like, okay, you know what? This is what I want to do with my life. This is the only thing that consistently has brought me happiness.
Dude, I had that
Yeah.
same, it was the consistency.
Yes.
Because
Right.
I had no consistency in my
Right.
life. And
Yes.
there are certain things that I didn't learn growing up, like emotional regulation is something I've struggled with, and I'm like really focusing on it now, and that hindsight's 2020, and
Right.
that's led to a lot of the inconsistency, but music has always regulated me in that
Yes.
way. And so that was like self-soothing, blah, blah, blah. I could get
Yeah.
into it,
Yeah.
but
No,
it's
same.
the consistency. It never makes you feel bad. It
No.
never makes you ashamed or fearful or whatever.
And it's like always a safe place,
it is.
And so I was like, okay, let's expand upon this. And so that's when I started going to literally everyone and everything and talking to everyone and doing everything. And then I met Gibbs. Josh is the most amazing human on this planet.
Shout
I
out
adore Josh.
Gibbs. We
Oreo.
love
He is the best dog dad
Aw.
ever I've ever met. He adores Oreo and Oreo adores him, and I just love it.
That's so sweet.
But excuse me. So I met him. I met Bailey. I reconnected with Tobias Cybot. I reconnected. I knew him from one of my high school friends.
Cool.
And so
he is super cool.
Oh, he's an incredible human.
He really is.
Tobias is one of my best
Very
friends.
genuine
Obviously.
person.
I mean, like
Yeah.
Cybonic, everything.
Yeah,
We play all the time.
That's a fire name.
It's pretty hot.
It's a really hot name.
It's pretty hot. So Cybonic is a really dope back-to-back name.
Definitely.
But I adore Cybot. And I met all these guys and reconnected with all of them. And I remember Tobias one day was like, yo, dude, you're doing dope stuff in your room. He's like, come to bingo. He's like, just come.
Mm-hmm.
Just come. I showed up. Brian was Brian. Cody was Cody.
Yeah.
Ian immediately was like, Jay, because I know Ian. I have a song from 4 years ago with Ian. He's singed on it.
Ian and Tobias are the guys that when I met them, I'm like, damn, I wish we were friends in high school.
Same, yeah. I wish I knew him
You literally went
earlier.
to high school.
I wish I knew him early. Well, I didn't. So they went to a different school.
Okay,
they were in
gotcha.
California, but I was like
Oh.
mutual friends through my friend Gianni.
Just like through a weird connection.
Yeah.
You kind of knew each other.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
so basically they would play games all the time, and I would join into the Discord, and I would just show them music, and all of them would be like, this is the dopest shit ever, and then I'd leave, and I never had like a connection with them. But I remember one day I told Tobias, I was like, I'm gonna come. And yeah, everyone was super cold except for Tobias and Ian. And it kind of was just like, you really are just showing up every time, aren't you? And you're just walking back there and not being ashamed and just being like, how can I help? And I remember day 2 or like week 2, I was like, Brian, I'm Jake. And he was like, whatever. Right. And Cody was cold for like the first 2 months, but it's Cody. That's his job. Literally. It's literally Cody's job.
Yeah.
I do also remember a distinct moment. And this is hilarious, Cody, if you're listening. I remember the moment that you walked up to Tobias and you were like, yo, we should put you at a underground rave after hours. And Tobias was like, you know what you should do is you should book this guy, Bubonic, because he's really cool. And Cody looked at me and he goes, I don't know who you are. And then looks back at Tobias. And I remember looking at Cody and I was like, you will.
Hey.
And now I like adore Cody. We send each other memes all the time. Well, he sends me memes. I need to.
You kind of squared up in that moment. You're
I need
like,
to send memes. I was like, nah,
I'm
you
Bubonic.
will. You will. I'm gonna show up.
Will.
But I just kept showing up, and I just kept being a
Yeah.
face, and I kept being like, how can I help? And it got to a point where, so Brian and I connected because we both do like IT stuff, and not only that, but coincidentally, Brian sold software to me when I was at one of my companies. And we made the connection. We were like, no way. And we were both like, oh, we're corporate guys.
That's so funny.
And so ever since, it kind of progressed into now it's basically when Brian gets in the doors, he's done. Brian runs bingo, right? He does bingo. But if there's anything else going on, it's my job, right? Make sure the stage is good, kick people out of the stage.
Yeah.
What's going on? Is that speaker broken? Go get, whoever I need to get, and so on and so forth, like Brooks. And that's like my job now.
Yeah.
And so that way Brian can just focus on bingo. He can have a good time. He's done enough in the meantime.
Dude, he really has.
He has.
Yeah.
He has. And so
he's worked for
years.
Years.
And I remember there was a distinct moment where I looked at Brian and I was like, look, dude, I can see it. I want this. We're going to make this happen. Cool. And he was like, oh, cool. Okay. You're actually here to like do it. And so, yeah, it's like, I'm kind of like, it's not like a right-hand man kind of thing. It's basically like, if there's anything that Brian needs help with or is relieved from, and when he gets into Larimer, everything else with the stage, the order of the DJs, chaos, it's my job. So, and it helps a ton, and I don't mind. I love it, actually. I really like doing it.
It is really fun.
But it kind of progressed into that.
Yeah. And that's what I'm learning. Like, and I know if there are older people listening, they're going to chuckle when I say this, but like, because duh. But as you grow up, we're developing into like our stories are all unfolding. Like,
Yes.
you can't force certain things to happen no
No.
matter how hard you want them.
Yeah.
Like, you almost like you have to be very strategic, especially in an industry like this where there is no set path.
hmm
And I think, your experience in the corporate world probably really taught you that. Like,
It helps.
it's not about following the rules.
No.
That's like a given.
Yes.
It's about playing with the rules.
Yep.
And figuring out what your objective is, how to get there in the best way. Like, yeah, it's like strategy.
It is excessively intricate.
It is.
Most people just look at it and it's like, oh, a show, big sound, DJs,
loud.
And it's like,
press button.
You have no idea
literally
what
no
went
idea.
into like what,
yes.
like a mission show. That's like they're planning that out 6 months prior.
Yeah.
It's not like a casual little thing. I mean, we're literally the entire week up until Thursday is working on that bingo. And then it's Thursday, Friday the next day, we're working on next Thursday's bingo.
Yeah.
Like, and we have to have that time, especially Brian, because he's doing a
ton to do.
Like, I'm gonna try and help Brian with some of like the marketing stuff, because I mean, he does it all.
I know.
Like,
I wish I had more time to help, because there are as I continue to interview people, there are more and more projects that pop up that I'm interested in. Same to you. I'm
same.
like, I have a million projects that I love to do. So like,
oh,
I'm with you.
I know. And I know we went off on a tangent from like hobbies
Whatever,
too.
yeah.
That's the funniest thing too, is like, because and that's like my personal life. Like, I'll still play games. I have like a flight simulator, like a metal full clicky button one. I'm a geek.
I want to play that.
You totally
sounds
can.
So fun.
Not only that, but you put on the headset. If you go like this and you turn left, right, guess
you
what?
Can, like, hear it?
Your head turns left, right in the
No
game.
way.
So if I'm sitting here and I tweak my head to the left like this and look,
so cool.
The head in the game turns, and you can just keep on the screen because it's huge.
Coming in hot.
Yeah, I got you.
Wait, that's
we'll do like a little flight session.
Wow, cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so many hobbies, so many things you're working on. I know you've got Bubonic as like your official brand.
Yeah.
Do you have any side projects or non-music related projects?
I have a side project, and it's 100% music, and it's a project that was obviously tied to me. If you knew months ago, it doesn't have any songs anymore. It will have songs soon. No one now, I think everyone's generally forgot about what it was called.
I feel like you told me, and
I probably did. It was probably a bingo, because I was going to rebrand.
Yes.
And then I was like, wait, let's let everyone forget about that. And then let's randomly throw up a page and drop some Richard Finger style music.
Yeah. Yes, you told me. Yes.
And so I have that. I'm not going to say it, because I want it to like not be associated to Bubonic.
Okay.
At all. Like, if you know, you know.
You want it to be a faceless project.
Yeah. Like, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Kind of deal.
Oh, I'm about to know.
Oh, you'll know.
I need to know.
Yeah, you'll know. I got you.
Because then I can drop.
I can show you the logo.
Yeah, I can drop your songs.
True. I have like 6 of them just sitting in my USB that I never play.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I want to show you a song I'm working on, because I think you'll like it.
Oh, please do. I have a couple sitting on my phone.
Fuck yeah. We can share. Maybe we can share on the podcast. Maybe people will find that enjoyable. I don't know. We've been talking for an hour already, so.
I mean, I got all afternoon.
Hell yeah.
To be honest.
Cool. Well, I did. So with my episode with Snacks, we talked for like 2 hours.
Cool.
So I released a 2-part episode with her. So if that happens, we can do that.
That works.
Yeah.
That works.
Cool. That's a wrap on this episode of 303 BPM, your insider pass to the underground. Big thanks to our guest for coming through and sharing their story. If you vibed with today's convo, be sure to subscribe, share, and leave us a review. This is a community podcast, so if you know someone in the scene who'd love this episode, pass it on. You can catch 303 BPM on Spotify, SoundCloud, and YouTube. For updates, extras, and upcoming guests, follow us on Instagram at 303 BPM Pod. We'll catch you where the bass hits the hardest. Oh my into the community. He also gives back through funny yet insightful videos on platforms like Instagram and TikTok.
Oh,
Right?
well, thank you.
TikTok,
Yes.
right?
I refuse to use TikTok. I've
Okay.
been yelled at.
Well,
No,
then
it's
I
fine.
gotta re-say that.
Okay.
He also gives back through really.
Wait, okay. I am going to. I
You're
promise I'll
gonna
be better about it.
readjust. Okay,
Okay,
no
I'm
worries.
readjusting.
Do you think?
Okay,
I edit
so
it too
okay,
after, so.
sweet. The
Aw.
cutest couple on the planet. I've
Shout out
adored
Jake and
those guys.
Amanda.
Like Kyle.
I'm gonna edit that out. Okay, shout out Kyle and
yeah,
Amanda.
they're adorable.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm
No,
so
you're good.
so coffee today.
It's okay. Me too. Earlier, I was dying because I worked from home today, which means horrible things for my productivity. And yeah, I mean, I literally filmed and edited an entire post and then posted it.
I did that at work today.
Technically, I was at work. I usually do.
In the office.
I usually do in the office. I'm not
cutting
gonna lie.
all. Sorry, I'm trying to
Same.
look up
Same.
the. Okay. The